Good evening and welcome to Thursday Night Football on the Hill at Veterans Memorial Stadium in the delightful town of Coffeyville, Kansas. The Coffeyville Red Ravens take on the Iowa Western Reavers. This game will be exceptionally special due to the triumphant return of Coffeyville's own Coach Flores after health-related issues last year, resulting in him receiving a double lung transplant. I'm Tanner Glenn, alongside Hall of Fame inductee announcer Mr. Dirk Andrews.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Tanner. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course, thank you for being here as well. Mr. Andrews, what is your outlook for the first game back with Flores at the helm?
Well, I think with any first game, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of momentum going forward, so we need to ride that. But also, yes, having Coach Flores back after his medical treatment, I know for a fact the players want to win this game for him. They want to prove something to him, and they want to make up for lost time overall.
Okay, and now, Dirk, we're going to take a look at some of the keys to the game.
Okay.
I'll let you take the first one here.
All right, so for Iowa, I think they're going to need to pressure our quarterback. Since there is so much uncertainty there at our quarterback position, we went through 4 different quarterbacks last year. They're going to want to keep that pressure up, keep that uncertainty up. They're going to want to try to stifle our offense going down the field. And then take the crowd out of the game. They're going to want to take our crowd out early, put some points on the board. Any home game is going to be hyped. Take the crowd out, and that's into your favor.
Of course, and one of the things the Ravens need to focus on is getting an early lead. As we saw last year, the score 57-14, not in the Ravens' favor. Getting an early lead will be exceptionally important. And going hand in hand with that is protecting the quarterback. I mean, how else can you get a lead if you don't protect the guy who is, a key component in scoring your points?
Yep, that's a very good point there. And Tanner, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the key players as well from the 2 different teams. For Iowa, Mike Hill, wide receiver, sophomore. He was their number 3 wide receiver last year. He'll be looking to make his impact this year on a very potent offense. And then Chester Graves on the other side of the ball. Speaking of getting pressure to the quarterback, Mr. Chester Graves is going to be looking to do that.
And then for the Ravens, we have Monte Thomas, the running back. He will be really key in scoring points here for the Ravens. And then we have Marquise Bell, the safety. He's going to be really important for keeping the Reaver offense at bay.
Yeah, definitely so. He's going to be key to stopping that passing game. But here's the thing for the Red Raven defense, Tanner. They can score on the ground. They can score through the air. We have a real test in front of us today. However, I think we're up for it, Tanner. I really do. With any JUCO squad from year to year, you're going to have some turnover. You're going to have some new faces here and there. But I'm very confident in our new faces. I'm also confident in some of our redshirt players also. They sat out all last year. They watched practice. They went through the games. And most importantly, they're hungry. They're ready to play.
Yep. And they had a coach who didn't get to be 100% in it all the time because of his health condition. And, he's hungry, just like the players, ready to get some momentum started right tonight with a win.
Oh, that's such a good point. And, just from us and from everyone here in the broadcasting group, honestly, everyone on campus, we're glad to have you back, Coach Flores. Such an awesome story to his family and all the community who backed him this whole time, the campus community as well. Awesome story. Let's make it even better. Let's go win some games, Tanner Glenn, as we see the Red Ravens lining up for this kickoff. And so here we go. Red Ravens looking to kick this one off. They will be going from south to north, right to left on your TV screen. Looks like
and Trey Harris with the kick.
And there we go.
Well received by the Reavers. Michael Zachary, excellent catch and return to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, not a bad return for the Reavers there, and not bad coverage for the Red Ravens either. It's always very nerve-wracking, that first play of the game. It's out of our system now. Let's see how the defense reacts overall. Now, we have some key returners here on defense. We talked about Bell earlier, the strong safety. Let's also take a look at the defensive line as well and see if they can get to this opposition's quarterback. So here we go.
And they're setting it up. Do we have a flag?
Early flag already, Tanner. I think they're just getting everyone set. Hey, and pregame jitters there. I mean, they're ready to go, and so let's get it on.
With a snap, the run up the middle. Oh, and he's tackled around the 38-yard line.
And that was a big run there, really. Nice first play of the game from the Reavers. Just a run right up the middle, 8-yard gain, and they had the defense, the Red Ravens, scrambling.
And here we go again with the break. I don't think he made much ground there, maybe a couple of yards, just over the 40-yard line.
Yeah, just over the
42.
Yeah,
okay.
to the 42-yard line, but he did pick up the first down there. So positive momentum going forward, and they at a very frenetic pace right now. Red Ravens trying to keep up.
With the snap, nice look to the wide receiver, but he's taken down at about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, not a bad play at all from Iowa right there. Again, they're going quick, keeping the defense on their toes. Looked out to his left-hand side, saw an open wide receiver, and able to convert that pass pretty easy. 5 yards to go here. Ooh.
They're going to, oh, we got a helmet on the field.
Helmets on the field. Somewhat of a broken play there, but the Reavers able to pick up the yardage there for the first down. Red Raven defense scrambling, trying to make some substitutions. Let's see if they can stop this early momentum.
And with the snap, and with a fake handoff. Oh, and what a tackle.
Nice play there on the outside. A little bit of trickery there. He didn't bite on it. Number 24, Troy Simon. Excellent job by him just to stay home, read that play, and attack whenever he saw the ball in the air.
That'll be a highlight reel for sure.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. And, maybe that'll wake the defense up a little bit, Tanner Glenn.
And they're making the run. Evades 2 players, 3, but eventually taken down around the 36-yard line.
Well, and he did evade the tacklers at first, but he paid for it in the end there. Honestly, nice job by the Raven defenders to pursue. And here we go, third down, about 5. Let's see what the Reavers can do. And they look over to the sideline. They get to play from the coach there. And it also gives the Red Raven defense time to catch their breath a little bit.
Adjust, yeah. Okay, with the run. Yeah. We weren't sure if it was going to get him, but it did. And has he got a helmet off as well? Another helmet got knocked off.
Second helmet off of the game. Tanner, what a key tackle in the open field right there. They had the Red Raven defense fooled. They had the run up the middle, the QB sneak, but linebackers and a couple defensive linemen staying at home there, playing their position, able to make the play. So here we go, 4th down and short.
And we've got the setup here. Ravens and Reavers players looking to both coaches.
Well, and it looks like they're going to go for this on 4th down. Big play early for the Reavers and for the CCC defense. Ball goes up.
Oh, thrown out of bounds.
What a great defensive stand for the Coffeyville Red Ravens there. A statement right there, Tanner Glenn. If nothing else, a statement right there. We've come to play. We know your stats. We know the numbers, but here we are. We are ready to go. And let's see how the CCC Red Raven offense can respond.
Let's see, yeah. They said on defense, not in our house. So let's see how they feel about it on offense.
Not in our house. I like that. And so highly anticipated is this Red Raven offense. A lot of changes from last year, especially at the quarterback position, so a lot of eyes on him.
And with the handoff, a run up the middle, but stopped by a Reavers defender.
And that's Deshawn Massey off that right-hand side there. Deshawn Massey, 5'5", 185 sophomore out of Florida. I like to call him the little bowling ball of strength. He's not very tall, but he is very, very strong. And as a running back, he's close to the ground and very hard to tackle.
Yeah. And then we've got the setup again with the handoff, but he's taken down again stopped at the 40-yard line.
Deshawn Massey, a minimal game there, but I like to see the ball moving forward. We do have ourselves in a third and somewhat long. Will we stick to the ground game? Will we go to the air? We'll see right here what the Red Ravens coaches have up their sleeves.
And I think they're going to go for a pass here. They've tried the run, a couple of times here, unsuccessful.
So we have trips on the left-hand side, single on the right-hand side.
With the hit and the snap, it's good. He runs up the middle. Wonderful
catch there by number 8, Josh Moore. Josh Moore, another very important key to this Red Raven offense this year, has a lot of experience. Wonderful run after catch as well. Awesome momentum there for the Red Raven offense. On the good side of the field now. Let's see if we can make some points here.
And it looks like they're set up with the hike, the handoff to the left side. And, he's making it up the field. Is he going to – he went out of bounds.
Tightrope walk right there by Deshawn Massey, a quarter of an inch the other way, and he might be to pay dirt right now. Deshawn Massey using his blockers very well right there, and using his height as well, hiding behind those blockers and then making that cut and making it decisive to where he's already 2 or 3 yards downfield before the defenders can even react.
Before they even knew what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So interesting formation here.
And what are we going to see, Mr. Andrews? What are you visualizing?
I'm not quite sure. Fake handoff. He kept it himself. Nice job there by Reese Shaw.
Even I didn't catch that. They take him about. We've got a holding call maybe with a flag at
possible
the 10-yard
holding
line.
Yeah, possible holding call. I'm being told from the experts up here in the booth. Number 11, Andre Thomas Cobb, was out there. He tried his best to create a lane there, maybe held on for too long or just showed a little bit too much to the referee.
Hold on loosely, but don't let go, right?
That was stellar. Right there. And it will go back. The Coffeyville Red Ravens will take this penalty, and it will be still first down. But with the yardage, just 8 yards to go on this one.
Well, let's see what the Ravens are going to do.
So twins up top, single down low.
With another handoff. He got stopped a little short there, maybe a gain of about 3 yards by Deshawn Massey.
Can't really fault Deshawn there. The defender was right on top of him whenever he received the handoff. He almost slithered through, though, and picked up a couple yards there. And that's the thing about Deshawn Massey. He's always going to give you 110% every single time. He's going to run hard and with a purpose.
Yeah, I can tell all the way up from here. He's already made multiple, key runs for their yardage at the moment. And he goes for the throw. Excellent receive by Jake Lassler.
Yep, Jake Lassler, number 44, 6'2", tight end, Coral Springs, Florida. He's new to the team this year, already making a pretty big impact. The Red Ravens are going to run multiple formations, and they're going to give different players a lot of opportunities to catch some balls. Jake might see 2 or 3 today, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, and you've got to see who's going to work for you the rest of the season.
Good point.
Nope. Looks for the play. All right, I got it now, Coach.
So Reese Shaw with the handoff there to number 5, Monta Thomas. We highlighted him in the pregame, met by a host of Iowa defenders at the line.
Yep.
Not much he could do there, They were just able to create that penetration on the left-hand side of that line there. Coffeyville inching toward the red zone. We don't necessarily need to go to the end zone here, but we need to get some yardage if we want to stay. 4th down here, Tanner Glenn. Big play. Roll out to the right.
Is he going to? No, he caught it, but was it out of bounds?
Yes, it was
And
out
it
of bounds. Josh Moore unable to haul that in, and just like the Red Raven defense was able to do, the Iowa defense with the first stand here on this first possession. And so turnover of downs, ball back over to Iowa. Not exactly the way the Red Ravens wanted to start that first possession. However, some positive things going forward.
There's no shame in the way they played so far. It is a big improvement now over what it would have been last year.
Good point there. Run up the middle, stifled quickly by the Red Raven defense. Excellent job there by the linebackers and D linemen to stop that before it even got anywhere. In particular, number 1, Marquise Bell in on that tackle. Number 40, Deshawn Bell Jr. Nice combination there in the middle. Second down.
And here we've got, quarterback. Oh, and we've got a sack. Sack the quarterback. Huh?
Excellent job there. Number 22, G. Stanley, coming off the left-hand side. Recognized that he came unblocked. He was not going to stop in the pursuit of the quarterback there. Huge defensive play for the Red Raven defense. Brings up a 3rd and long.
And here we go. We're going to see it again here.
Nice job there. Nice pursuit. And an excellent job of bringing him down to the ground as well. You know, he's a little smaller being a cornerback. However, showed his strength.
For sure, yeah.
So a 5 wide receiver set, and looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Taking a timeout's better than being out of time.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Tanner Glenn. You know, definitely strategy involved in the timeouts being called. And during this timeout, we'll go ahead and take the chance to point out that tonight's game will spotlight donor awareness. Both teams have firsthand experience being on the receiving end of an organ donation. Coach Flores received a double lung transplant earlier this year, and Iowa Western's Coach Scott Strohmeyer's mom, Pat, she was also an honorary captain, received a double lung transplant 14 years ago. So we do want to go ahead and point that out and just say, you know, we're thankful for all those survivors, the people here who were able to celebrate with us today, and it's kind of special how it involves both teams as well.
Yeah, very, very. And it really is a miracle on both sides. Both are survivors of such a serious, operation as such.
Yeah, great point there, Tanner. And here we go back to gameplay. This is 3rd and a long ways here, Tanner. Looking for a pass play here, no doubt. Red Ravens looking to stop this one. Oh, and no. Up the middle.
Is it going to be it was close to a sack, but an incomplete pass. Or no, he did.
So because he threw the ball backwards, that's actually deemed as a fumble there. Looked like Iowa was trying for maybe a trick play, maybe a sneak up the middle, but then a quick throw out to the outside. Red Raven defenders not fooled on that one. Number 9, Malik Smith, 6'1" out of Alabama. Great job there.
Yeah, it really is surprising how weak the Iowa Western, they've been here on offense on protecting their quarterback.
And,
They've had 1 sack and 1 near sack.
Yes. It's interesting. You read numbers from last year and you get scouting reports, but you just really don't know until you strap it on and start the game. I don't want to make any assumptions. Ooh, nice tackle there. But so far, yeah, the Red Ravens able to stop the offense of Iowa. Now it's time to put some points on the board, Tanner.
Yep. 0-0. The fans have waited long enough. It's time to show out a little here.
So 4:35 left in this first quarter. So far, a lot of action, no points to show for it. Very happy how the Red Ravens have played so far on both sides. Let's see what Reese Shaw has in store.
With a handoff and a run up the middle, guy, is it going to be – did they gain a yard?
Well, I'm going to say probably about a 1 to 2 yard gain there. Run right up the middle. Looks evident that Coffeyville wants to control the clock. They want to also try to control the ground game as well. And they are capable of doing that. But at some point, they're going to have to put the ball in the air.
Yep. Their time control and ground control is going to run out.
Yeah, because, in every sport that you play, you can have all the possession in the world, but if you don't score points, then you're not going to win the game.
Oh.
So a rollout here.
But we have a flag on the play, and it was incomplete.
Yeah, and a lot of times whenever you see a flag on a rollout like that, it's going to be a block in the back or maybe block below the knee or something like that. So we will look toward the referees here. They'll confer in the middle of the field. But, Tanner, this is going to put the Red Ravens, back a little bit. Ooh, 2 penalties on the Red Ravens here. But we had a positive passing play earlier from Josh Moore. We also had one to Jake Lassiter. I think they should look to put the ball up in the air just a little bit more. Keep the Iowa defense on their toes.
Yeah, change it up a little instead of running it so much.
Okay, so we're going to repeat second down here. And we're definitely back quite a bit. Second and a long ways.
And here we go with the pass. So slipped right through his hands and into the Iowa Western bench.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there, maybe just a little bit off with their timing. It was a nice rollout from Reese Shaw, trying to connect there with Kendrick Jones, just off the top of his hands. Those are the types of plays that the Red Ravens desperately need, especially when you have penalties and you get into long yardage. Those little plays make a big difference, and now we're faced with a 3rd and long.
Yep, they've got a lot to pick up here.
Reese Shaw making some room for himself. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to catch a block.
And he gained quite a few yardages there, up to about the 47-yard line.
Made it somewhat respectable. Going to get it back to, almost midfield. Red Raven's going to play a little bit of some field tactics here. They're going to try to pin the Iowa Western Reavers all the way down on their end of the field. Play upon our defensive momentum. And, hey, maybe the defense can put some points up on the board. Sometimes when an offense is stagnant, it takes a good defensive play to wake everybody up.
And they're going to kick it off.
And there it is. Pretty good punt right there. Short return from Iowa. They're going to start, looks like their 26-yard line, Tanner.
Okay, 26.
26, maybe 27-yard line. So the 3rd defensive possession for the Red Ravens. What have you liked about the Red Ravens so far?
I've liked here on their offense, they have made some decent runs here in the last possession. It wasn't anything to brag about, but especially I like Monta Thomas.
Ooh, and what an excellent play there, but are they going to get him for the face mask? Looks like it. Excellent play there from the defensive end of the Red Ravens. Unfortunately, might have accidentally got his face mask. Yeah, and I think that's going to be the case there. Number 56, Rashard Jones. Yeah, face mask right there, and unfortunate there because it was a really good play. It wasn't an intentional face mask. Didn't mean to bring him down by the face mask, but that's just where his hand happened to go whenever he was trying to get a grip.
If it wasn't there, he wouldn't have grabbed it. But they're going to give them up some free yards here and
Yeah.
make it a little easier for the Reavers to advance.
And that's unfortunate.
What a hit.
Ooh, an interception. Camera wasn't able to pick that one up, but what great pressure on the quarterback. Forced him to roll out, made an errant pass, and interception there. Excellent play there by number 21, MacArthur Burnett. And I said it, Tanner Glenn, it's going to take a big play from the defense to wake everyone else up, and so here we go. Rolled out to his right-hand side and was creamed, got leveled there, and you saw the reaction from the Red Raven players. They knew it right from the start.
Yeah, you called it exactly. It's like, did you know that's what that guy's plan was?
I just had a feeling. Yeah, I just had a feeling. And it's just kind of how it goes as we see a run to the left-hand side here from the Red Ravens. Pretty good blocking. Going to get a pickup of about 4 or 5. Well, maybe 2 or 3. And so second down. But like I said, I just kind of had a feeling, Tanner. Our defense had been making play after play. I felt like they were going to just make a statement. Sometimes the defense gets tired of the offense not scoring any points, and they're going to take it into their own hands.
Yep. They wanted to show them how to do it. And here at the hike, again, the pass, slipped right through his hands.
Might have been a little bit behind him, but when you get 2 hands on the ball like that, you want to bring it in. You're going to want to make that catch. He had a couple of steps on the defender, could have got some really good yards there. So what I'm seeing so far is just in Red Ravens, just like 1 or 2 steps off, 1 or 2 inches off. They are right there. They're ready to bust out, but they're just behind.
The chemistry isn't all there yet. That maybe they don't know exactly how each other plays 100%.
Well, and that's a really good point there as we see Darius Hopkins, number 25, in the backfield.
And he lost it. It looked like maybe when he was running by, it got kicked maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. It's third and somewhat manageable, and then you have just an errant snap or just some trouble handling the snap. Man, Coffeyville Red Raven offense just unable to find any momentum going forward. Even when their defense puts it out there for them on a silver platter, just unable to capitalize. And so here we go for a punt, Tanner Glenn. Gets that one off.
Kick. But it's received well by Michael Zachary, and he's making an impressive run up the left side of the field.
Yeah, nice return there for the Reavers. Just went up that left-hand side, caught a couple of blocks, had some open field. He takes it to the positive side of the field for that team. Coffeyville defense backs against the wall a little bit here, but let's see how they respond.
And last time they needed to respond, they did with the interception. So I'm excited to see what they do here.
Yeah, let's see what they come up with here.
And with the snap and the handoff.
Well, then we're gonna have a false start here. Look like the offensive lineman for the Reavers went just a little too early there, a little too eager to get off his block and get to his man. So positive play there for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. I think at this point and with this field position, we will take anything that we can get.
Of course, with under a minute left in the first quarter, they definitely don't want the Reavers to be the first to score.
Yeah, very good point there.
If anything, push it into the second quarter and let something happen there. Oh, hey, and that's excellent defense by Troy Simon of the Ravens there.
Well, and you know what I liked right there, Tanner? Troy did not engage in the back and forth with that wide receiver going down the field. It looked like the wide receiver even tried to sell a foul right there. He just fell out of nowhere, almost trying to sell the pass interference. So good job by our guy just to play good defense and do his job.
Yeah. And, hey, to the Reavers player, get better at flopping, man.
This is American football, not that European stuff, right? So second down and long.
got a decent run by the quarter. Oh, and he's still standing, but taken down around or at the 25-yard line.
Well, and excellent pursuit there from the Red Raven defense. We're just going to have to chalk that up as a very good play by the Reaver quarterback right there. Nice moves to evade the tacklers and give them a very manageable third down.
Oh, and we had the fake handoff, but it didn't do them much good. They are taken back maybe to the 26.
Tanner Glenn, what a nice play by number 95 Williams right there out of Wilmington, North Carolina. He was not fooled by that fake. And here we go, 4th and short. The Reavers are going to go for it once again. Now, last time they went for it, they brought in a different quarterback. They're going to keep in the same quarterback here, number 2 Starks.
Yeah, and this will be the last play of the quarter. Or not, I guess they're calling that.
Nope, yeah, that'll be the last play of the quarter. So you want to take a quick break here, Tanner Glenn?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll bring it back with second quarter action.
And we're back here on Red Raven TV. Again, I'm Tanner Glenn alongside Dirk Andrews.
Hello.
And we've already got a run. Oh, and a nice tackle there.
Yeah, very good run there by the Reavers. Unfortunately, Red Ravens kind of caught off guard a little bit. A little too lax coming out of that timeout. And now we have them threatening the red zone.
Oh, are they calling it good? And they did.
And Tanner Glenn, what a nice play there by the Reavers, I must admit. They faked the handoff right there. They had the wide receiver in the end zone. And what he did was he threw it to the back shoulder there. He stopped a little short, and he basically threw the ball where the defender wasn't going to be. Impressive drive there overall. After 3 fails, the 4th time is the charm for the Reavers.
And they're setting up again in the formation here. And with the field goal, Bandits good with the extra point.
Yeah, so up and good. Tanner Glenn makes the game 7-0. First quarter, back and forth like a heavyweight bout. All of a sudden, just a couple seconds into the second quarter, we're down a touchdown.
Excellent for the Reavers. This could be the start of their high-scoring momentum. Bad for the Ravens. They need to get some points on the board and start some momentum of their own.
Yeah, you're definitely right. The Red Raven offense has had so many chances already this game. And I don't mean to be so negative, but they've definitely squandered them. They should have at least 7 up on the board. However, I think whenever the opposition scores, that can sometimes be a good thing. Again, maybe it'll wake up the Red Raven offense just a little bit. Wake up the running game just a little bit, and it might wake up the offensive coordinators as well. Force them to be a little bit more creative, force them into play calling that they have reserved for certain situations like these, and it's always good to get some positive yardage on the kickoff.
Yeah, they need to get fired up here, and everything you said was 100% correct.
So let's see what we can do here, Tanner Glenn. This is a big kickoff return right here. The bulk of the second quarter is left. There's a lot of game left to be played. And that one's going to, looks like it's going to sail out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Easiest things for the Red Ravens to do right there. No need to try to bring that one out. Just go ahead and take it at the 25 and start this drive going forward.
Go from there.
And again, so we see this Red Raven offense trot out under the leadership of Reese Shaw. Reese Shaw, 6'5", out of Fort Worth, Texas. He's got some good wheels. Not a bad arm as well. I'd like to see them utilize his talents a little bit more, rolling out to his left or right-hand side. Maybe get him running a little bit, too. Utilize that speed.
Of course, yeah. You got to use anything you can, especially when you're down. And nice fake. Going up the left side there with a gainage of a couple yards. He's going to be at about the 29-yard line.
Well, and you know, the defense there did a really good job of stringing that out all the way to the outside. It looked like it was going to go for more, but in pursuit, the defense stayed disciplined. Not a bad play on both sides. We like the 2-yard gain, but we'd like to see some more going forward.
Yeah, of course, Reese is going to have a lot to prove here in the next few minutes of this quarter.
And so, wonderful running play right here off the left-hand side. Nice read there from the Red Raven offense. Those types of plays are what we need right there. Number 28 with a nice run there, Marco Lee. Marco Lee, running back, 5'11", out of Columbus, Georgia. Nice, fresh breath of air right there, or breath of fresh air. We have a running back by committee, and really what the coaches are going to have to do is find who's working and go with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of just guessing this game and throwing people out there and just seeing what works with who.
That's a very good point there, Tanner.
And this was a real handoff this time, and he's getting pushed back up the middle.
Well, and they're going to go ahead and stop that. I'm sure they're going to give him 2 or 3 yards there. And I like the Red Raven offense just wearing down the Reaver defense. Look for a possible play-action pass right here, you know. They get comfortable stopping the run over and over again. Maybe look for a slant over the middle. Maybe go long as well. We'll see.
And let's see what they're going to try this time. They need to get some yards, so. And you see the rusher up the middle. Oh, with a jump over some down players.
What happened right there, Tanner Glenn? Now you see him, now you don't type stuff. What an athletic play there. Number 28, Steele, Marco Lee, thought he was down. All of a sudden he came out of nowhere. Almost got the first down.
Yeah, hurdled a couple of big bodies there. To pick up some yards.
I think that's the triangle button on Madden. I think that's what he did right there was the triangle button. So that brings up 3rd and short. Let's see what the Red Ravens have in their game plan. I formation. And they're just going to take the safe play right there, Tanner. I like that play call. 3rd and short. You don't want to run into 4th and short right there, especially with the momentum that we had.
Yeah, get that first down and get it, get some fresh opportunities.
I want to give a shout-out to our big offensive lineman up front, number 69, Jonathan Buskey. We're looking at Zach Terry. We're looking at Lassiter as well on that line. Number 77, Pancake, IHOP Mouton. Give those guys a lot of credit. Jalen Jones as well. And so they're going to check the play, and here we go. Red Ravens have what they want. Run up the middle, stop for a short gain.
I think we need to see a little more passing here from the Ravens. They're doing a lot of running. It hasn't been bad for them. But to catch up some major yardage, they're going to need to throw the ball a little more.
And I totally agree with you there. And it doesn't necessarily have to be long bombs. It doesn't have to be 10, 15-yard passes. It can be short 3, 5-yard passes. Just as efficient as the running is, the passing game can be that way as well. especially if they're playing off the wide receivers like they are. See, little short passes like that, I know it's not gaining too much, but it is positive going forward.
Yeah, ground is ground, and
Number 29, Jaden Gardner right there coming up with that catch, his first catch of the day.
And there's some communication between players and coaches.
It's interesting how they run their offense, the Red Ravens, that's for sure. They go up to the line and look over to the sideline to get the play. So here we go, shotgun formation.
And another throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, big pass over the middle there, looking for a long shot, just unable to find it. So this will bring up fourth down for the Red Ravens. In an interesting part of the field, not close enough for a field goal, but not exactly wanting to give up the ball. But they're going to play the strategic game here. Going to go for field position. Punt goes up, and it's a good one. Covered well by the Red Ravens.
Don't even let them
Oh, and was that stripped?
I think it was, unless they're waving it off.
Tanner Glenn. That is a case where you would like the refs just to go ahead and let the play go through. Number 23, Devontae Dawson there. Nice heads-up play. Did his job.
The refs were just being sticklers on that one.
Yeah,
what else
they
can
were.
you say?
Well, I doubt that Flores is too happy about that. I know that there is stoppage of play, continuation of play, that type of stuff. And for a referee, it's really just a judgment call. There is no right or wrong there. If you're a Red Raven fan, that was wrong.
Yeah, of course.
That's about it. That could have been a big game changer right there. But either way, Red Raven defense, excellent position here, looking to get a stop on this Reaver offense. Early movement there from the Reavers. That's going to bring them back even closer to the goal line, Tanner. So this is.
Yeah, I was just going to point out again, there's, lots of communication between players and coaches here. It's a key moment. They need to get the score.
Yeah, this is a go-to time in the game, that's for sure. The defense has stepped up, and they're looking to do the same here. Number 40, Deshawn Bell Jr. in the middle there, linebacker, looking to pursue the runner. Not a bad job at all there. Marquise Bell up to make that stop. Bell along with number 22, G. Stanley. And so here we go. We have second down and about 11. Still a very dangerous position on the field. Ball goes up in the air, and it is caught by the wide receiver. Excellent catch there by number 8, Javonte Richardson. Not bad defense at all, just maybe better offense.
Yeah, he was covering the guy for sure. It was just right place, right time. Excellent throw.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Just got to give credit where credit's due. And, excellent job there. Crashing linebacker number 34, Kevin Norris. Maybe a little bit upset from that previous play.
Yeah, not today, huh?
Not today. And so the Reavers always looking to go fast. Red Raven linemen back up to their positions.
Yeah, and that's part of catching off guard as they did in some plays in the first quarter is, end of play, get set up, and, begin play again.
It's definitely a strategy that they practice on a lot.
They're looking
you can
for that
tell.
same receiver, and he completes again, and that'll be Javonte Richardson.
Javonte Richardson just finding way too much room out there, able to create too much space. Quarterback basically just playing pass and catch. Third and short here for the Red Raven defense. This is going to be a big one here, Tanner. Number 34, Kevin Norris, imploring his teammates to get up to the line, maybe try to create some pressure here. Have to look out for that QB sneak.
Hey, yeah, excellent play. Great catch by Michael Zachary.
Great catch by Zachary. Great hit by Bell. Unfortunately, another first down for the Reavers. And so here we go, 47-yard line of the Red Ravens. Reavers looking to keep this momentum going forward.
And again,
Not quite sure what happened there.
The Red Raven defense is just not in their spots or not covering their guys very well.
Well, that was kind of weird at the end of the play there. They just called it dead, but I guess his momentum was stopped going forward. So second and about 5 here. And you're right, Tanner, just not on their man quick enough, tight enough. Oh, some confusion there. Ball on the ground.
Recovered by
Alvinsky LaFleur. Nice job there. Johnny on the spot. Man, and I'm telling you, Tanner Glenn, the Red Ravens cannot keep letting these opportunities go by the wayside. They had a lot in the first quarter. They've been given one right here. We have to at least put 3 up on the board.
And there again, like you said earlier, we've got the defense taking things into their own hands, wanting to give the offense more opportunities. Let's show us what you got.
I think the offense should be a little upset with themselves right now, and I think they should feel that responsibility to pick up their brothers and have their back right now. The defense has been playing wonderful all game. Let's see a response from the offense. Pass up in the air. Ooh. Nearly caught by number 6, Kendrick Jones. I like the look down the field, especially on first down there, catching the Reaver defense off guard a little bit. Just unable to make that connection, Tanner.
Yeah, good look. Excellent opportunity. Just sometimes it doesn't always connect. Oh, that was a good.
Ooh, and the ball's on the ground,
ball
Tanner, and that's
loose.
going to be scooped up by the Reaver defense and eventually taken down by the Red Raven offensive lineman. But, man, just an unfortunate play right there. So 98.
Dylan Webb.
Now that's going to be Atlas Bell for the Reavers there, picking that and scooping it up and almost scoring if it wasn't for the hustle of the Red Ravens. So, Tanner, unfortunately, the momentum that was picked up by the Red Ravens side now goes away. And again, just confirming Reaver ball going forward. And so here we go. Defense back out on the field. Probably a little bit upset right now, but that might be a good thing. We might want this defense a little bit upset right now.
They might just want to get it right back, huh?
Exactly. So LaFleur talking with number 9, Malik Smith there. Number 56 out there. Offensive lineman, number 90, Cameron Smith, just looking to make some differences here, looking to get the ball back.
Nice run. Wow. Ooh. What a hit by Marquise Bell. But, you know, it hurts bad, that run up the left side of the Reavers field.
Yeah, I mean, the hit's always nice to see, especially from a fan perspective. Take a look at this one here. Number 1, Marquise Bell. Excellent job just pursuing from his safety position. Bam, and there it is. But you're right, that run just gets him closer to the goal line. Defense going to have to really bog down here.
And the handoff.
Excellent job there by the Red Raven defense. Number 95, Williams there from Wilmington, North Carolina, all over that one. And I do have to give credit to the Red Raven goal line defense. They've done a really good job of stopping the run. Just one big play got them that 7 points.
Both teams have been doing a lot of rushing this game, and then both teams' defenses have been able to stop a lot of it.
And so ball is up and incomplete. Excellent job there. And look, number 3 helmet.
Number 3.
This is the 3rd helmet of the game off. Excellent pressure there from the Red Raven defense. In particular, number 34, Kevin Norris, really showing his stuff tonight in this game, being very vocal. Bell Jr. as well. And so in to attempt this field goal, a little bit of confusion from the Reavers, but excellent job by the Red Raven defense to hold them to 3. Let's just go ahead and get this block. Ooh, the kick is up and no good off the right-hand side. And Tanner, here we go. Once again, Red Raven defense steps up. They do their job.
Yeah, I think Marquise Bell scared him a little there.
He got in there quick. There were 3 or 4 different Red Raven defenders in there. Threw him off his routine just a little bit. Shanked it off the right-hand side. Melly Mel says that's the case, so I'm going to go with it. So what can the Red Ravens do? Number 17, Reese Shaw, back out again. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Number 2, Deshawn Massey. We saw him have some really good runs early in the game. Maybe he can get himself going, Tanner.
Yeah, they've about got to here. We're about to go to halftime in just over 6 minutes, and we've only got 1 score on the board.
Not a bad run by Deshawn there. He's never going to back down from bigger players or tight situations. 2 yards going forward, probably about 2nd and 8 for the Red Ravens.
Taking their time, which is something hasn't been common.
Yeah, the Reavers go at such a frenetic pace. It's hard to keep up.
Oh, and a loose ball. Buddy recovered it. But
definitely a good thing that it was recovered by Reese Shaw, but we got to get that worked out, Tanner. Just when we have some positive, momentum going forward, something like that happens, we really keep shooting ourselves in the foot. The Reavers aren't beating us so much as we're beating ourselves.
Yeah, no more popcorn on the field because some of our guys have got butterfingers.
There you go.
But that's just all part of it, and the nerves probably aren't helping them either.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So either way, brings up 3rd and long here. 2 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left, 2 running backs. Going to hand this off to Massey. Massey doing all he can, fighting to go forward. But in a 3rd and long situation like that, sometimes fans say, well, why did you run the ball there? Well, you want to make sure you don't give up the ball. You want to play that field position game. What the Red Ravens will do here, they'll try to punt it down the field as far as they can. And like they've done all game, just rely on their defense.
Yeah, the player of the game for the Ravens so far has been defense.
Yeah, the whole defensive unit exactly has been the shining spot, that's for sure. And the punt is up. Yeah, it's high, and it's going to be called fair by Iowa there. Not the best punt in the world. Red Ravens would have wanted more there, but it did get them out from their own red zone there. Gives them a little bit of breathing room. As we see the Iowa Reavers in the huddle there, trying to figure out this Coffeyville defense.
Yeah, for sure. They of course want to have more points than they have, but the Coffeyville defense is just making it impossible for them. They're tight. They're like a wall. Hard to get by guys like that.
Yeah, you're right. And a couple of turnovers already forced by the Red Raven defense. They're going to be looking for more. And the ball goes up, and it's incomplete. Looked like the Reaver wide receiver did have a step on the Red Raven defender. Not the best pass in the world, but something that the Red Raven defense needs to be wary of. They have that speed on the outside.
Yeah, and then here again, where we've been seeing mostly from the Reavers during this game, it's, play, set up, and they were taking their time, and then we have a flag on the field.
Well, and it's actually going to kick him in the – yep, that's right. False start on the Reavers that time around. So backfired on them there just a little bit, but this is a team that practices this day in and day out. They're definitely going to stick with this up-tempo offense. Just somebody wasn't in the right position at that point. So about 2nd and 15 here. Ball on the 48-yard line.
And with a run.
And he's just going to take the safe route right there, straight out of bounds. Able to gain 2 or 3 yards right there. In all honesty, a really good play for the Red Raven defense right there. Because when number 2 gets out like that, Tyreek Starks, he can really eat up some ground. So they were able to contain him, force him out of bounds. That is a best-case scenario for the Red Raven defense.
Yeah, and we saw Milton Sarkbaugh open there on the right-hand side, but by the time he was open, the quarterback had already taken the run the opposite direction.
Tough snap, and near interception right there. Looked like a weird play from the beginning. A bad snap. Quarterback wasn't able to handle it. LaFleur got his hand on it. He's upset with himself right now, but overall, another impressive stand from the Red Raven defense. Number 5, Malik Smith as well. Number 1, Marquise Bell. This Red Raven defensive backfield doing an excellent job so far. And so this will bring up 4th down and about 12 for the Reavers. They're going to elect a punt. Low snap, punt is up. Fair catch called, and that will be taken about the 17-yard line by the Red Ravens. 3 minutes left in this second quarter. Tanner, can we go down the field and put some points up?
Yeah, and I think really just for their mentality, they need to. They don't want to go into halftime in the locker room without scoring any points. I don't think that'd be a pretty conversation.
That's honestly a really good point. Coach Flores's conversation at halftime will depend on if we put up points right here or not. Handoff to the right-hand side, little shimmy, little shake. Good job to create some space there. 1 to 2 yards is all we're going to get, and the clock still runs. Good job by number 25, Darius Hopkins, there to get as many yards as he could and just preserve himself there from the host of Reaver defenders looking to take him down.
It's almost like they're having a casual conversation on the field here.
And it's like that before every single play. And, you have the coaches from the sidelines. You have different players on the sidelines, signaling in what formation, what play, what routes. And so here we go. Low snap again. Reese Shaw's going to roll out, buy himself some time. Yeah, but he's just going to have to take it out of bounds. Possibly a roughing the passer there or late hit, but won't be called. And just Red Ravens unable to find much. Short runs here or there, maybe a couple short passes here or there, but we've really been stifled so far, Tanner.
Yeah. They're just reading our offense very well and being able to put a stop to it efficiently.
Yeah, that's a really good point. We haven't really wowed them in too many ways. Our running game has just been steady Eddie, pretty consistent, no long bombs or anything like that. So they're just keeping us in front of them for the most part. And unfortunately, the Red Raven quarterback goes down right there. Reese Shaw didn't have a lot of time to think, didn't have a lot of room either. Defensive lineman from Iowa take care of that one there. Number 97, Perion Winfrey, Chicago, Illinois native. Going to put the Red Ravens in a tough position right here. And you would think they were punting right here. I mean, it is 4th and long. And there's a minute 48. This is a very dangerous time in a football game.
Yeah, that'd be the worst if they, gave it up and the Reavers were able to make just a quick, return on that and get a touchdown.
And I would almost guarantee, Tanner Glenn, that that's exactly what Coach Flo and the other coaches are talking about. They do not want to give up a quick strike, especially on this punt return right here. Again, going into the locker room down 7 to the number 2 team in the nation isn't such a bad position to be in, especially when you think about that they have played pretty good. They've just been a couple steps behind each time. So punting is not the most exciting part of the game, but this is a very important play right here for the Red Ravens. And the punt is up. It's short. Forced to come up to get it, and taken by Michael Zachary of the Reavers. Very good field position right there for Iowa.
Yeah, two punts that came up short. Hopefully they don't have to pay the price for that here in the second quarter.
That's a really good point, Tanner. Those punts coming up short, giving favorable field position to the Reavers. Coffeyville defense having to step up all night. 1:39 left in this first half. And here's a run up the middle. Excellent stiff arm there. Nice block on the outside as well.
Yeah, what a run. What a run.
Yeah, excellent job there to evade the tacklers there by number 2 from Iowa Western, Tyreek Sturks. He's a long quarterback. He's a very fast quarterback. Even though he looks slender, he's very strong as well.
Run up the middle.
Excellent job there by the CCC defense. Nice job. Again, CCC for the most part has clogged up that middle, continuing to do that right now. Number 95, he's in there. Running for the most part, 3 linemen, 3 linebackers. Ball up, and did that skip across the ground? Are they going to call that complete? Yeah, they will, Tanner.
It was. It was the low, but.
And that's actually a very good play for the Red Ravens. That's going to keep the clock rolling. 3rd down and about 8 right here. And it looks like a timeout will be taken by Iowa Western. They're going to want to think about what they're doing here. 48 seconds left in the second half, up 7. What would you do right here? Would you play it conservative, or would you go for the end zone?
I would go for the end zone. Just get it over with.
Sure.
But at the same time, with a radical play like that, you could give it up, and then if the Ravens get a lucky draw, they could take it all the way to the other side of the field.
And so,
yeah. At the same time, if they don't, there's not a lot of time left, and hopefully they can keep the Ravens at bay long enough to not score or put any points on the board.
All very good points right there. And as a coach, you go through all these scenarios, and you want to make sure to cover them all, especially in the huddle. You want to make sure the players know exactly what to do in certain situations. 48 seconds left. I imagine Iowa wants to put up some points, but probably at the same time, they want to make sure that they don't give the ball up. And this first play will show us. This first play will definitely show us, what they're thinking. Coach Flo, you see him talking with the referees. I know he's enjoying being back, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I was just kind of laughing a little at Coach Germain's how live he was out there. He was just live with them guys.
I can only imagine being down there in the trenches. So here we go. 3rd down and 8. Ball's up.
Oof.
And no good, but a flag's going to come in on that one. Most likely pass interference. And it's always really tough, Tanner, whenever you're so close to the goal line. Whenever that wide receiver makes that move to the inside, you want to shadow him, but you don't want to drape him so much to where you're all over his body. And I think the Red Raven defender right there probably didn't allow him to get his hands up to make that catch a little bit too much for the referees. All right, so automatic first down, half the distance to the goal line. Red Raven defense up against it right now.
Yeah, here's a tell-all moment here with 44 seconds left. Not a lot of
Ooh,
yardage.
ball on the ground.
Oh, it wasn't. It was recovered by a Reavers player, I believe.
Well, and the Red Raven players are going crazy down there. However, yeah, I think Iowa Western got on that one first.
4 helmets.
4 helmets off so far. And, you know, that's exactly what we were talking about, Tanner. It's late in the second half. You're close to the goal line. You figure it's an automatic score. If that's not always the case, balls on the ground. If the Red Ravens pick that up, this is a totally different game. However, still a personal victory here, holding them to a field goal.
Yeah. And well, let's see if they can complete it.
It's up, and it is good. Yeah, so Reavers able to add on some points at the end of this first half. That's exactly what they wanted to do. And I would imagine that the coach, of course, he wanted 7, but he's happy with the 3 as well. Going in 2 scores, pretty comfortable.
Yeah, sometimes, taking what you can get is better than not getting anything at all.
Good point there. And on the flip side of things, 24 seconds for the Red Ravens. They're going to want a big return right here. They're going to maybe try to fill things out, maybe try for something downfield. But just like with the Reavers, they don't want to give the ball up. They don't want to do anything that would kill the momentum even more going into the half.
A quick score would be that would be excellent for them.
Oh, yes.
That would just change the game completely going into halftime.
Yeah, definitely so. So we have James Lewis in the back ready to field this kickoff, ready to make that happen.
And the music cranks up out there. You can tell it's getting serious.
All right, and here we go. Kickoff from Iowa Western is up. It's high and it's short, fielded.
Ooh.
Looked like he was maybe trying for something there, try to get to the outside there. Eric Tolliver, out of Lafayette, Louisiana, looking for the corner, unable to find it. So with 16 seconds left, the Red Ravens have it. Let's see what the game plan is for the rest of this half. Will they go for it, or will they just simply take a knee and go into half?
And do we have a... And that's the end of the second quarter. We'll be back after the half here on Red Raven TV.
See you then. All right, and let's take a look at some of the first half action, Tanner Glenn. Iowa Western able to put some points up on the board, able to find some momentum here. Watch this run right here. Nothing too spectacular, right up the middle, good blocking, able to get some positive yards going forward. And then number 98, Atlas Bell, defensive line. We talked about earlier before the game, causing pressure on the quarterback. That is what he's done all game right there. Pressuring the quarterback, making sure the Red Ravens don't eat up a lot of yards on the ground. These two guys have definitely made their impact for Iowa. And then on the Red Ravens side of the ball, we see right here, good job by the defense all game. Look at this pursuit here. Doesn't give up on the play. Bam. Big shot there at the end. And then what about that shot from our very own number one, Marquise Bell? Marquise Bell took that guy off of his feet.
Yeah, what a play that he's been making. And then Reese Shaw is one of our other keys. And then he's been doing an excellent job at quarterback.
Bam, there it is. Welcome to Coffeyville. Welcome to Southeast Kansas right there. So some of the highlights from the first half, we're going to be looking for more intensity in the second half overall. That's how I feel from the offense. The defense has come to play, Tanner Glenn, but will the offense show up? And then let's go ahead and take at some other playbacks here. Not a lot of scoring, but a lot of action. Early in the game, number 17 Shaw was able to find this player over the middle for some positive yards over the across the midway line. Number 8 Josh Moore. I feel like we need to get him more involved in the game. Josh Moore signing to Bowling Green, so we know he has the goods. He will be playing D1 next year on Saturdays, so I feel like we need to get our best players the ball where we can, and Josh Moore is definitely one of those players. And here we see another replay right here, Tanner Glenn. Iowa Western, a lot of times lining up in that shotgun. Tried a little trickery here. Ooh, a nice shot there from number 24, Troy Simon. Reacting to the ball quickly and making those open field tackles is definitely going to be a key for the Red Raven defense.
Yeah, they just need to start reading the defense and the offense on both sides.
And so here we have another replay. Again, we see great pressure from the Red Raven defense, and what a great open field tackle right here from number 22, G. Stanley. Didn't let him out of his grasp. And that's the replays from the first half. We're going to take another quick break. Hang with us. The second half will start very shortly.
Yeah, I'm Tanner Glenn alongside Dirk Andrews here.
How's it
We're
going?
back on Red Raven TV. We're going to be looking at lots here in the second half. What, for you, Dirk, do you think both teams need to do to capitalize on the rest of the game to come away with the win?
Well, and to be quite honest with you, Iowa, I think, just needs to keep doing what they're doing. Offensively, they're not the juggernaut. They hadn't been the juggernaut that we're used to, but I think slowly but surely they're getting that momentum. Now, for the Red Ravens, they need to stop shooting themselves in the foot. We've had a lot of really good opportunities. The defense has played very well. They've set us up for a lot of success. We haven't capitalized on that. So what I would like to see from the Red Raven offense coming out is get the ball down the field and look to distribute the ball a little bit more as well. Don't be so predictable on offense. Make some stuff happen. And so here's a different formation here. Have like a wildcat formation.
Yeah, and I was talking with some different people during halftime, and one thing that the Reavers are able to do is they're able to read this offense just, like it's a book. And the Ravens, they just need to switch the languages on them.
Well, and on cue, here we have Lo Jackson, quarterback last year, turned wide receiver. They've put him in this wildcat position, so a different look. And here's a read. He's going to keep it up the middle.
What a rush. What a rush to the 50-yard line.
Nice job there by Lo Jackson. And Tanner Glenn, switching it up a little bit, makes all the difference in the world. They don't know quite what to do with this offensive formation right here.
Yep. Yeah, change up the language of the text and catch them off guard and get some plays, make it up the field.
And that's what I was talking about right there, Tanner Glenn. We cannot survive these unforced errors. We get some momentum going forward, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We're not going to be able to put points on the board doing that. However, Lo Jackson has some momentum going. We have Deshawn Massey out there as well. I thought they were coming to get us, Tanner Glenn. The siren was going off. I thought they were coming to get us. Deshawn Massey keeps that one, and not a lot of room to run. Stopped by number 90 for Iowa, Devin Drew. That whole defensive line for Iowa playing pretty good tonight.
They are. It's tough down there,
It is the survival of the fittest. It really, really is down there in the trenches. So because of that fumble, here we go, 3rd and long. They're going to put number 17, Reese Shaw, back in, a more traditional lineup right here.
And he didn't do bad here in the first half, but, yeah.
Well, and we see there, Tanner Glenn, another low snap. When the quarterback is put at a disadvantage right off the bat, there's not much they can do. Those 2 or 3 seconds where they're having to go down to get the ball versus just taking it cleanly can make all the difference in the world, can make the difference between seeing an open receiver or not. And as we see, evident with this punting formation, just another opportunity missed by the Red Raven offense, and flags on the field already.
Not a lot of organization seems to be a major problem here. I would think by the first half they would have already felt each other out, know kind of what to expect from one another, but maybe they're still just, ironing some stuff out.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Tanner Glenn. But, coming out of halftime, you want to have those things worked out. You want to maybe not necessarily be on the top of your game, but be on the top of your game for that moment at least. And here we see another really short punt, dangerously caught, though, by Iowa, and they're going to take over about midfield. Really good field position.
Yeah. Can't ask for much better. But we've had multiple, short punt offs here, and it just is. That's really this detrimental to to the Ravens defense having to take up for so little, yardage.
Yeah, Tanner Glenn, you're right on right there. The defense has given us so much tonight. The offense really giving them so little. And so here we go, first possession for the Iowa Reavers, and excellent job there by the CCC Red Raven defense. You have some linebackers in on that. You have some defensive linemen as well. Number 34, Kevin Norris. Great game so far, leading this defensive charge.
Yeah, of course. They went for the rush, and they just didn't allow it.
And so second down and long here for Iowa.
What a run up the right side.
Ooh, a little bit of fake up the middle and then out to the right-hand side. Iowa, very active downfield as well. Big block thrown there on Malik Smith. He wasn't too happy about that, but, hey, you have to keep your head on a swivel when it comes to playing defense. Always have to be aware of the people coming to block you. Big play right there because the Red Ravens just weren't aware.
Plenty of time. Is he going to – no. And he still they gave him way too much time back there for the quarterback. And really, that was just kind of a lucky lob, I think he knew the direction he was throwing it, but.
Yeah, and we have the referees conferring down there. I don't know if they saw something. Do you see any yellow out there on the field, or?
I do in the hand now.
Oh, okay. Now we're going to have that's going to be a penalty on Coffeyville. So not only did they get the yardage, they're going to get the penalty yardage as well. Again, just these unforced errors keep biting Coffeyville over and over again. Now they find themselves backed up all the way to their end zone. Iowa on the 14-yard line.
And another rush up the middle. Pretty successful with a large gain of about 7 yards or so, I'd say.
And they're going to keep that momentum going, too. They're going to keep the pace up, trying to throw the defense off their game. Took a lot of Raven defenders to bring him down right there. Red Raven defense has been stingy near this goal line. You'd have to give them a lot of credit for that. But Iowa just slowly but surely inching forward. And so we have 3rd down and 1 right here. Big defensive stop.
And they're taking more time instead of rushing it here. And a perfect throw and for the touchdown.
Well, and Tanner, that was actually very smart on Iowa's part. They went ahead and put someone in motion. They got the Red Ravens off of their game just a little bit. They weren't in the best of positions. Used that movement to their advantage. Found the guy on the outside. Just a short pitch and catch. We go from a pretty close game at halftime to this one getting out of reach quickly.
Yeah, the Ravens are starting to trail here, more so than they would like to be, of course. But
well, and a little bit of some positivity there for the CCC Red Ravens. Missed field goal. So it's only 1 point, but something we can use. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that one again. Iowa Western just unable to capitalize. Well, and again, like I was saying here, Tanner Glenn, watch the movement here. They put the man in motion. Defense just back on their heels. Simple pitch and catch, and there he goes into the end zone.
Yeah, and he just rolled with his momentum off the defender right into the end zone.
Before the Red Raven defense could react, he was almost 2 to 3 yards deep into the end zone. So here we go, a big egg up there for CCC so far, but, a lot of positive play moving forward. Some things for Coach Flo and the offense to build off of, but not the results that we need, not the results that we want.
No, especially for your season starter. They still have time to, turn it around, and they've got a lot to prove here, and they're still off to a better start, but of course we always look for better.
Yeah, really good point there. Plenty of time left to play. 9:59 left in the third quarter. We've seen big comebacks before. Let's see if we can get one here again. So ball's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Again, probably the easiest thing for the Red Ravens to do, just take that field position and go with it. So 9:59 left in this contest, third quarter. Red Ravens going to take over. Now, it was interesting coming out of halftime. They came out with a special formation. What will we see this time around?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and to answer my own question here, new quarterback. Looks like we have a new quarterback in number 14, Carson Proctor. Coach Flo had mentioned before the game he might get some playing time. And here we go. Let's see how this works out.
Yeah, we need to see some power here from the offense. And, hey, oh, man, thrown it to the wrong guy, but I see who I see who he saw there, but
and
he saw, Kenneth, number 20, Kenneth for the Ravens, but
and he did a really good job of stepping up right there in the pocket and avoiding the rush. Did exactly what he was supposed to do there, but not able to make that connection.
Yeah.
So 2/3 of the play went really well, but the third that matters the most did not. Really quick strike right here. Knee went to the ground.
Yeah, for sure. It was a bold move, that he made, just stepping up in there with defenders all around him. So that's a good sign, something good to see.
Yeah, it really is, Tanner. It really, really is. Shows that he's disciplined as a quarterback, and he knows what he has to do to put himself in the right positions to make the play.
It was a step back, and it's a long one, but it's good.
To the 10, to the 5, and touchdown. Red Ravens, what a difference a quarterback can make. You mentioned earlier how you really liked him stepping up and putting himself in a position to make the play. That time steps up, finds number 11, Andre Thomas Cobb from Tampa, Florida. Gets the Ravens on the board.
That's just excellent teamwork right there.
Yes, it was.
Way to capitalize on a guy open, just to see that. Be able to make it happen, excellent on both parties, and then the quarterback, he's just showing you're giving me some time, I'm going to shine and step up and show you what I can do.
Exactly, Tanner Glenn. Yes, first possession that he's in puts points up on the board, and just that leadership overall, stepping in, cool head, cool hand, found the open man. Let's see if we can get two. Ball goes up.
No, it's off.
And that's going to be, incomplete. Red Ravens try for two. Unable to come up with that, but great play going down the field, great scoring drive. Change of quarterback, change of scenery, change the score.
And we're going to see it again here.
Look at the separation there on the defender. Perfectly placed ball. Great concentration to bring that one in. Defender had one last moment there to get him out of bounds, unable to. The Red Raven faithful feeling a little bit better going forward. Let's see if the defense can respond now.
They keep up doing what they've been doing. No reason, for there to be any problems.
Putting that 6 up on the board puts us down 2 scores. A field goal and a touchdown. Once it got up to 16 points, it felt like it was getting out of hand. We're right back in this thing now.
Yeah, and the defense first half created lots of opportunities for the offense. So that's all we need here again. We've got 9 minutes in the third quarter.
Number 47, Trey Harris, going to step up to kick this one. Makes it all the way down to about the 10-yard line. Taken by the Reavers, and Nice run so far. Red Raven tacklers, unfortunately, not going to get him until about the 48-yard line. Not the covers that you wanted to see from the Red Ravens. Wanted to try to pin him back a little bit deeper, play the position game, but let's see what these Red Raven defensive players have in store. Justin Brown, number 97. Number 4 as well, James Lewis. First possession for the Reavers out of halftime, they scored. See if we can change that this time around. Not a bad job there by the Red Raven defense. Just run up the middle right there. 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Red Raven front 3 looking to stop this momentum forward. Red Raven defense, 3 linemen, 3 linebackers. Going with 5 defensive backs. Pass over the middle and caught by the Reavers. A little bit of extracurricular there, but that will move the chains. 1st and 10.
Hey, that's how you know, though, that it's getting emotional down there. And people are...
Oh, yeah, people are trying hard down there. This defense, I mean, they've definitely played their hearts out all night. They do not want to be the reason why this team gets another score or they go down even further. Nice juke right there, cuts it to the outside. Another really good run there from Iowa, another 1st down.
They're definitely, Milton Sargbaugh, he's done lots of rushing this game, and he's definitely a deadly rusher, detrimental for the Ravens.
Yes, he is, and so here he gets the ball again on this left-hand side. Big hit there, but not before another big gain. Reavers going quickly. Something that has worked for them all game so far, keeping this tempo up, keeping the Red Ravens on their heels or on their toes, guessing the whole time.
Yeah, just switching it up. Oh, and what? Oh, incomplete. Lost it, but.
Red Ravens very fortunate for that, Tanner Glenn. He was wide open over the middle. Number 4, James Lewis, not quite sure what happened on that coverage there. Ravens just feeling good that one went incomplete.
Yeah, and we're seeing the same things over and over again. Just not being in position, not guarding your guy, leaving him open too much.
And here we go. Quarterback steps up as he's known to do. Able to gain some yards, but it will be 4th and short.
Yeah, just they're able to find opportunities and create them if they don't have any, and that's been the secret behind their success here these 2.5 quarters.
Yeah, and so 4th and short, Iowa's going to go ahead and go for it. They've been going for it since the 1st quarter. They are not afraid to do that, and with their offensive stats from last year as well, not afraid. So let's see what happens here. Snaps in. Up and over the middle and good.
Yeah, they did have a hit on the quarterback, just a little late, though.
And LaFleur himself, number 7, not bad defense, just maybe one step behind, unable to get in there and knock the ball loose. So 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Excellent job there by the CCC defense. Going to stop him right in his tracks there. Something that doesn't happen a lot. Number 97, Justin Brown there with the stop. That'll bring up 2nd and about 9 yards.
And we're going to have a false start.
Half the team went, half stayed in their position. I don't think that's how the play was drawn up.
Be a good hat trick, though, wouldn't it?
Now you see me, now you don't, but the Red Raven defense will take that. It's interesting. In some cases, the offense doesn't mind losing some yards because it gives them a little more room to work with. I wonder if that's how Iowa's feeling right now. Starks is a very good quarterback. He makes something out of nothing. Let's see how they play this one here. And some more laundry on the field. We're going to get a false start here on Iowa, so 2 penalties in a row. Very beneficial for the Red Raven defense. What was a first and 9 or second and 9 situation, all of a sudden pushes them all the way back to the 19-yard line, 2nd and 19.
And the Ravens, they'll take anything they can get, at this point. And a fake handoff, and almost a sack, not quite. But he's eventually taken down with about a 2-yard gain.
And there is our 5th helmet loss of the game. I don't know if they're snapping up out there or what, but good job there, honestly, by Starks to evade the rush, but an even better job by the CCC defense to collapse down on the runner, pursue, stay patient, and take him down and just not let him slip through or make a play. Interestingly enough, new quarterback in here. Not sure if it's because of injury or just because of the helmet.
Nice step back and open look, but it's a little long.
Wide receiver wants a pass interference right there. Didn't have much of a case. Just looked like the ball was overthrown for the most part.
Yeah, it was just a long throw and didn't quite have the wheels to get there.
And so this sets up a 4th and long, about a 4th and 22. Iowa's going to go ahead and go for the field goal. Missed one, made one.
Mm-hmm. And the kicker's lining up out there, gauging the wind.
Red Raven defense looking to pounce down. Momentum going through, and it's blocked. Okay, Tanner Glenn, never mind. Up and away and good. Tacks on an extra 3. Red Ravens now down multiple scores.
Yeah, if we had a optic shop as a sponsor, we would shout them out and go visit them tomorrow.
I think I should probably go visit my eye doctor right there.
Does that look like a block to me?
I think we just wanted it to happen so bad. We tried to speak it into fruition. But so Tanner Glenn, here we go, though. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. The game is not out of reach by any means. We're only down by 2 scores. 2 touchdowns gets us right back into this. Coffeyville has come out this second half, I feel like, with some pretty good offensive momentum. We saw that especially when Carson Proctor came in. We have to stick with what got us there in that last possession. We have to look to distribute the ball and get as many people involved as we can.
Yeah, exactly. If it's working for you, then just keep on doing it.
And as always, we'll be looking for a big return right here. Another kickoff, and this is, again, going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. CCC will take it at the 25-yard line.
Man, we need to cut his kicks in half, give it to our punter, and then even it out there.
Yeah, there's some discrepancy there between those 2 kicks right there. And it all comes down to field position, really. Pinning your opponent back, trying to give your defense a chance. And so here we go again. Number 14, Carson Proctor, going to come out and quarterback this Red Raven squad. Ball on the 25-yard line. Throw is up. It's long and has to be a pass interference. And there we go, Tanner Glenn. Did not give the receiver time to come back and make a play on that ball. And this might be something that the Red Ravens want to go with going forward. Notice that we had the speed advantage on the outside. Put the ball up. Let our wide receivers make a play. If their defensive players can't hold ours, then we have to keep attacking that.
Yeah, exactly. Just let them get out there and do their work.
So we'll get the official call from the official here.
The official.
He's got the white hat, Tanner, so he's a very important guy. So 15 yards, going to give us a first down from about the 40-yard line. Here we see Lowe Jackson back in this wildcat formation.
Nice fake handoff and a rush up the middle.
And I like that, to be quite honest with you, because we're throwing a different formation at the defense. It's proven to be effective. We're getting 4 or 5 yards each time. 4 or 5 yards each time is going to get you a first down within 3 or 4 plays. Lowe Jackson, he's played this position before. He has a lot of experience, and he's very strong. He knows exactly what he wants to do with the ball, and they're going to stick with this wildcat formation.
And that was a handoff, and what a gainage of 4 yards there on the left side.
Monta Thomas, number 5, 6'1", out of Hampton, Arkansas. Really good job of running after the contact there. Them yak yards after contact. Good job there. We'll bring up 3rd and about 4 for the Red Ravens. So back to regular formation. Carson Proctor back in.
Nice fake, but it couldn't complete the pass.
Very nice play call right there from the Red Ravens. I think that Iowa was expecting that run up the middle. They collapsed down on it, tried to clog it up. Jake Lassiter wide open on that hot route, on that seam, just unable to make that connection. Really tough for the Red Ravens there. A couple of first downs. Looked like they might be getting closer and closer toward the end zone. Unfortunately, forced a punt. 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, the pieces are there. They just need to come together and make something happen.
And I think because of some personnel problems there, the Red Ravens are going to have to spend a timeout. So with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, we'll go ahead and take a short break. We'll be right back after this timeout. All right, and here we go. Third quarter action, 3 minutes left in this contest. Red Ravens find themselves 2 scores down. And we'll be punting the ball way back over to Iowa.
Oh. Blocked.
Cameraman fooled just a little bit right there. We were all fooled as we were looking for the ball to go downfield. Iowa Western penetrates the line, comes up with a really big block right there. Not good for the Red Raven offense or defense.
Bad for anybody that's a Coffeyville fan. So here they are collaborating there on the Reaver side. Probably got a little pat on the back there.
Yeah, definitely so. That's a big special teams play. You're looking at maybe getting the ball on your own 30, 40-yard line. Instead, you're on your opponent's 26, 27-yard line. A reversal of field right there. Early movement from Iowa. That's going to take them back 5 yards. And as we mentioned earlier, CCC will take anything they can get. And, even though it feels like such an uphill battle, still only 2 scores, still only 2 touchdowns. We're right in this game. one defensive stop away, one big play away. And one of our key points to the game earlier, getting the crowd involved, one big play away from this Coffeyville crowd just going nuts.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And the Reavers, they've done a good job taking the crowd out of it by, only allowing one Coffeyville touchdown. But that's all they need is that fan base to get wild for them. And
high snap there. Quarterback did a really good job of just handling that. Another helmet incident there for Starks. But high snap, he was able to handle it, able to get to the outside. Red Ravens, great job of containment there. This is going to bring up, let's see here, second and long. About second and 15. Red Ravens stacking the line. Ooh, big play there. I thought that might have been intercepted right there, Tanner Glenn. Number 34 came off the edge there. Kevin Norris had his hands out. I thought he might get that one.
Yeah.
And so here we go. We see number 92, Keelan Otis, out there at the nose tackle position. Number 99, Tyree Bibby, all on that defensive line. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Snap.
What a rush up the middle by the quarterback. You just can't get much better than that. Clay Beathard, with the excellent rush up the middle of the field, the fake handoff, the run right up there, left it wide open.
And it pretty much looked like the CCC defenders were on roller skates. They're rolling all over the place out there like they were on ice, unable to find their footing. And here we go. Speaking of being able to find their footing, number 21 just like there's a ghost out there.
Knocked it.
Fell right to the ground, and, CCC defense will take that.
Angels on the 15-yard line.
I was waiting for it. I really was. So here we go, second down and long. Seems like we've been down here at this part of the field for a really long time.
Oh, and what a pass to the Ravens player.
And an interception.
Excellent interception by Troy Simon.
Yeah, number 24, Troy Simon. Could that be the changer right there, Tanner Glenn?
The game turnaround.
Nice job of him by stepping inside. Let's go ahead and take a replay. Let's go ahead and take a look. And we'll see man-to-man looking in on the quarterback's eyes as well. Very good job. He just jumps that route to the inside, totally takes away the lane. And even though it's not the best field position in the world, Coffeyville has the ball, and they're ready to score some points.
That's an offsides there, and he touched the ball.
And honestly, that's a really good play for CCC right there. Making the, so a little bit of jawing down there, but making the defense jump. That's just as good as a 5-yard run right there. Getting the 5-yard penalty, that's as good as a 5-yard run or a 5-yard pass. And it gets you further away from your end zone. Helps you to be a little bit more comfortable. Gives you more room to operate. And there we have it.
The official, 5 yards up.
Do you think that's what they put on like his Christmas presents to the official?
World's best official.
Yeah, he has that mug somewhere. So here we go. Shotgun set. 1st and 5.
Nice handoff. Oh, but he's just taken on the right side.
Deshawn Massey, never afraid to take a big hit. He can dish him out. He can take him as well. That was a really good football play right there. Still a little bit of jawing down there. I know Deshawn, he likes that type of play. Red Raven offensive line and wide receivers just have to do a much better job right there of throwing some blocks and giving Deshawn some lanes in which to run in.
Yeah, here, let's see if he saw an opening. Oh, and he was able to complete it. He's going the 40. Oh.
Nice pass and catch right there from the Coffeyville Red Ravens. Carson Proctor has come in here and really changed the game. What a nice direct pass. What an excellent catch as well. Shoestring tackle, and let's take another look.
Takes a step back in the opposite end zone.
Well, and notice that, too. He was being held off the line. Great job there by number 6, Kendrick Jones, just to get to that ball.
He just could not keep it up after that little, altercation or whatever you want to call it.
And so quickly from that big play, we have Deshawn Massey up the middle. And so Tanner Glenn, here we go. 3 quarters in the books. 4th quarter about to start. 19 Iowa Western, 6 Red Ravens. Let's go ahead and take a break real quick. We'll come back at the start of play. And we are back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Red Raven football looking to put some points on the board. Good job there by number 5, Monta Thomas, making something out of nothing right there.
Yeah, I want to point out something right here.
Okay.
Not connected with football. This camera just looks so crisp and so clear.
It is a very nice picture that we're seeing, and I think that you all are seeing at home as well. Shout out to the whole broadcasting crew with us tonight. 3 cameramen, also 3 on the monitor. We have Jay directing. It's been a good night so far for the broadcasting crew.
Yes, sir. Thank you, taxpayers.
And so it looks like we had a brief timeout on the field. Maybe an injury timeout. Red Raven's going to regroup. And 3rd and about 6 here, Tanner Glenn. This is a big 3rd down.
Taking their time to set up with the hike. The setback. Oh, he gets sacked in a loose ball. It is retrieved by the Reavers.
You know, Carson, never saw that coming. We're going to see the replay on this one. He never saw it coming. Came from that blind side. What a good job by the Iowa defense to get their hands on that ball, create some confusion, and ultimately get it back.
Yeah, that he came by 2 defenders, 2 guys supposed to be watching the quarterback, and, that just not doing.
Yeah, that's not going to work right there. Number 90, Devin Drew for Iowa. What a great move there off the line. Great use of his hands as well. A lot of times in the fourth quarter, it comes down to intensity. Who wants it more?
Yeah, the drive. Let's see if they've got it here,
And what an excellent defensive play right here by the front line and the linebackers of this Raven crew. When there are multiple turnovers and you as a unit feel like you're doing your job, you can get down on yourself. You can get down on the game. You can get down overall. The Red Raven defense not letting up at all. They still want to win this game.
No, I thought we had an untied shoelace.
I thought they were going to go for an impromptu field goal right there maybe or something. I wasn't quite sure. But either way, looks like number 21 for Iowa going to go and take a seat on the sideline. Sargball. And here we go, 2nd and long. Ooh, ball in the air, nearly tipped. Dangerous play there. Red Ravens almost capitalized.
Speaking of injuries, let's take a moment to comment on one of our sponsors, the Prescription Shop. Get hurt bad, need to get some medicine, go get that prescription from the Prescription Shop.
I love their commercials. Love their commercials.
The Prescription Shop.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time, too. And quarterback's just going to take this one himself. He sees daylight, sees the first down, and easily gets it. You know, we really haven't been able to stop that all night. He's versatile. He has a really good line in front of him. Whenever he wants to create, he can.
Yeah, and he's, really good at seeing a wide opening and being able to run into safe haven, which would be the, out of bounds. And here we go, we're seeing again.
Well, and here we go. Fortunate play there for the Red Ravens, and we're going to see this possibly on a replay here. Maybe not the most skillful play in the world, but putting himself in the right position to make that play. Troy Simon, good job overall. And so here we go, 2nd and about 8 for Iowa Western. 12:55 left here in the 4th quarter. Red Ravens need to make something happen quick.
Oh, yeah. Nice dive by the quarterback there at the end to avoid getting tackled.
And it's not too it wasn't a bad play at all. It got some momentum going forward, some positive yards. Let's see how the Red Raven defense responds, and it was a big response right there. Huge 3rd play down right there. Able to get the stop. 4th and 5 for Iowa. Now, Tanner, they've gone on 4th down almost every single time. What will they do here? Will they punt the ball away?
I think they're going to get 4 yards and turn the ball over to the Ravens.
Well, and so here we go. Interesting formation here. Yeah, I think they're going to go ahead and punt it. Look for a high punt. Look for a punt maybe out of bounds. Let's hope the Red Ravens can. Ooh, low snap. Tough for the punter. Still gets it off. And that one's just going to go all the way back to the end zone for a touchback. And so, Tanner, are we going to take this at the 25, or was it touched at the line? Now it looks like it is going to be. Yeah,
at the 25.
Yeah, it will be a touchback there. And so here we go. Carson Proctor back in there. Handoff up the middle to number 5, Monta Thomas. Not much going there. So you can kind of understand going with your go-to plays. However, we need points. 11 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Have to get something going downfield.
Nice run there by Monta Thomas yet again.
Well, and good job by the Red Raven play calling right there. They felt the blitz coming. They called the screen, got the defense off just a little bit. Yards come at premiums. Just nice to be going forward. However, 3rd and 4 left for the Red Ravens. This is a big third down. Free play for the Red Ravens. Might as well take your chance. So free play for the Red Ravens, but I think they'll just feel safe taking the yards right here, and ultimately this should give them the first down. And so we'll take that. Tanner Glenn, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Carson Proctor. Nice job by
there for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's good to get that running back out on the outside like that. Try to get him some momentum going forward. Iowa's defense just ready for that the whole time.
Yeah, and again taking their time, and what they, in my personal opinion, they should be doing is instead of taking so much time to set up after each individual play, is they need to be going quick, fast, have the play, set it up, go.
And it's worked for Iowa, that's for sure, and it's keeping the Red Raven defense honest, and we need any advantage we can get right now. There's Proctor with a small rollout, able to pick up a couple yards, but he wanted something downfield, unable to find it. That's going to put the Red Ravens in a 3rd and long situation. About 3rd and 8. 4 wide receivers out on the field.
And with the hike, sees an opening to run. Oh, and the short pass is good. Or
yeah, they're going to call that one out of bounds. Man, that was close there. Really good job by the quarterback to get away from the rush and step up in the pocket. Found number 80, Eric Tolliver, just unable to stay in bounds. So that will switch it over to 4th down. Red Ravens forced to make a tough decision right here. 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Do you go for it? Do you risk that field position? Or do you punt it away and rely more on that defense that's been doing so much for you all night?
Yeah, they just need to risk it and go for it here. What other option? The punting hasn't been doing that great tonight.
Yeah, and so they're going to go ahead and punt though.
Anyway.
Yeah, and this is actually not a bad kick. Still somewhat short, forcing the Iowa player to make a play on it. And ultimately they will get it at their 39-yard line. So 9 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Red Ravens down 2 scores. Looking for the defense to make something happen.
And the entire Raven team looking over to the coaching staff.
Well, so here we have the call. Looks like they're going to have 4 down linemen trying to clog that run. We're going to have some laundry on the field, though. Not quite sure if it was movement on their side or movement on our side. Looks like our players are signaling that's going to be on Iowa. All right, so still going to remain 1st down, but going to back them up just a little bit. Number 98, Dion Webb on that line. Number 95, Williams from North Carolina as well, looking to stop that run. And it seems as if Iowa is going to play it pretty conservative here. They have enough confidence in their defense to let the Ravens go ahead and basically have the ball back. They have that much confidence in their defense. So they're just going to run some simple plays here, try to eat up as much clock as they can. It's up to the Ravens to make something happen.
And a flag on the play.
So here we go. Penalty on the play. So that's going to put Iowa with about a 2nd and 11 to go here. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Good throw, good short pass. He was able to outsmart defender there, but taken down ultimately at about the 47-yard line.
And we have our 6th helmet off. Good hit, yeah, definitely so. Good takedown, but Iowa Western basically controlling the tempo of the game, having no trouble moving the ball forward, whether it's a pass, whether it's a run. Couple that with a continuous moving clock on each one of those runs, and they're just simply trying to kill this one out.
And now we see the Iowa Western players looking to, and they call the timeout.
So, yeah, something was there. They didn't quite like what they saw. This is a pretty big 3rd down for both sides right here. The Red Raven defense needs a stop. They need to get the ball back for the offense. And as far as Iowa Western goes, if they can just keep racking up these first downs, they could go ahead and almost run all 8 minutes out just by keeping the ball on the ground and eating up some clock. So 8 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Tanner Glenn. We have some action happening on campus all around. Volleyball's in full swing. We have football with their first game tonight. We have men's and women's soccer. Check Red Raven TV for those broadcasts and those highlights. Fall baseball, fall softball. It's an exciting time of year, that's for sure.
Very much so. Busy as well.
And so here we go, 3rd down. This is a big one for the Red Raven defense. Can they get this ball back? High snap. Throw, and it's no good. Very fortunate there for the Red Raven defense. The man was pretty much wide open. Not a bad throw. Just could not get the gloves on it. And so a 4th and short. They went for it early in the game. They're going to play it more conservative here, and they're going to go ahead and just take this punt. Try to play the position game.
Yeah, just play it safe here on the 4th down.
Punting.
Punt out of bounds.
Yeah, kind of interesting tonight. The punting goes. We're not seeing any big booms really. A lot of high punts, maybe strategically placed out of bounds. But think about this, Tanner Glenn. 7:47 left in the fourth quarter. Pretty good field position here for the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain about it up here. Just watching it.
That's good, because if you complained, nobody would listen anyhow.
That's right.
So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, running back behind. They're going to go with the ball up the middle.
Nice rush.
Yeah, not bad at all. Looks like about a 5-yard gain. Coffeyville Red Ravens more likely than not to run on 1st down. But man, just need to make sure we get those yards, especially on 1st down, If you get bogged down 1st down, it's kind of hard to get back.
Dan, I think he just got the 1st down there. I think he made it to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was an excellent run right there. Never gave up. Kept trucking, kept his feet going. Number 28, Marco Lee, excellent job. I like our different running backs, and I like what they bring, especially Marco Lee.
Nice short little pass, and with a gain of a couple yards at about the 53-yard line.
And I don't mind that play too much. It's going forward. We're not just getting 0 or negative on first down. I always like to get at least 2 or 3 yards on first down. I like to see us open it up just a little bit. Bad snap. Miscommunication between the center and the quarterback there. Just not quite used to hiking the ball, not quite used to maybe the turf or whatever it might be. But definitely something Red Ravens need to get figured out sooner than later. 3rd and long here, really shooting ourselves in the feet.
Taking their time here for the hike.
So run up the middle there. Again, some Red Raven fans might be thinking, well, why don't you throw it right there? Well, you want to get at least some yards. And I think with 6 minutes left in the game, still a time where the Red Ravens will go ahead and punt this ball. Not quite ready to take a chance just yet. Again, relying pretty heavily on the defense. Really putting them in a tough spot here. So the punt is off, and much better than the previous ones. Could have been a really big play right there for the Red Ravens, just unable to get that down. Ultimately, that will be a touchback for Iowa Western. So switch of possession here. Iowa Western going to take over on their 20-yard line. CCC Red Raven defense, a lot to do in front of them. Number 21, MacArthur Bennett. Number 43, Demarius Farmer. All lining up to try to stop this offense. Fake handoff and roll to the left. Somewhat of a broken play there. He was lucky to hold on to that one, but able to get at least 5 yards on that one.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of the same things from both sides. And Iowa Western, why not? If it's working for them, continue doing it. But the Ravens, the same isn't so good for them. They need a little change.
Well, and Carson Proctor coming in the second half has brought that. Just still unable to capitalize in that last third, when we get closer to our end zone. But here we go, 2nd and 5, Iowa Western. Pretty good play there by the Red Raven lineman. Also number 37, Sam Ryan. Good wrap up. Nice job to take him all the way down to the ground. Not much gained on that play. He's going to bring up 3rd and about 3. Notice the Red Raven defensive lineman. You have one on a knee there. You have one hunched over. This has been a tough game for him, that's for sure.
Yeah, tiring, but
big play here, 3rd down. Just going to keep this up the middle. Tries to get to the outside. Depends on ref gives him a very favorable spot right there. Looks like from here it could have went either way, but getting just enough for the 1st down. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter. Red Ravens need something quick. And then possibly like a pick 6 or maybe a scoop and score fumble right here. Of course, Iowa Western's just going to take their time and getting the play in, try to eat up as much clock as they can. Another high snap. Starks with a really good job of handling that one, just nothing there on that play.
Yeah.
Iowa Western's going to take their time, look at it, just eating up that clock. Exactly what they need to do at this point.
Yep.
And, you know, for the most part, this second half has been conservative by them, but exactly what they need to do to win. Ooh, handoff up the middle. Man, number 26 for Iowa, Flomo, Fridley, Minnesota. Man, he came through that hole quick. So, again, another big third down for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. 3rd down and 4, and it looks like we'll get a timeout here. So, timeout here on the field. Tanner, not a bad showing from the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
No, not at all. You know, big improvement, and yeah.
Well, and you know, we're going up against the number 2 team in the country. This doesn't necessarily have conference implications. So, you know, we could lose this early game and still be able to bounce back and do very well in conference, you know, run the table there.
Of course, yeah.
I think it's good to start off your year against a valuable opponent. You know, if you start off against Cupcakes, your head gets a little too big. Some false confidence starts to grow. You go up against the big boys early on. It really shows you where you're at, you know, talent-wise, coaching-wise. You can learn from some of those teams as well. You know, some of the looks that they give you, you know, things like that. 2:24 left. Let's notice the character here of the Red Ravens. Will they keep fighting or – and a tough play right there. Up the middle end. That first down probably will ultimately break the back of the Red Ravens.
Well, with 2 minutes and counting, there's going to need to be a miracle for anything to happen.
Yeah, and, you know, they're just going to play conservative. I imagine a 2-minute warning. Yeah, they'll let it roll as I'm jumping ahead to Sundays here. They're going to let this roll as low as they can. Going to go ahead and get a play off. I imagine it'll be a run play. And you can't really argue with 3 or 4 yards, you know, every down. Timeout on the field. 1:40 left to go in this contest. Melly Mel, that's a very good point. I feel like Coffeyville has a lot of positives to work with, but I also feel like, yeah, it's time to go back to the drawing board. We know where we're at, I feel like. I mean, we have a good idea, and we need to just, improve, keep working hard at practice. I think the players should feel pretty good about themselves, but I think they need to be upset enough to want to change, you know, to want things to be different. So,
yeah, no reason not to hold your head high. Just, you know, use this as a learning experience and come back better.
Ooh, high snap. Here we go. Ball's up for grabs. Still up for grabs on the ground. Red Ravens claim they have it, and they don't. The refs don't know quite what to call. What do we have here? And I think they're going to claim it to be Iowa Western ball. Yeah, it's going to go back to Iowa Western. Man. You know, the center for Iowa Western has been putting them in there pretty high all game. Number 2 Stars has done a good job of handling those. Unable to there. Man, that was a big if right there. We might have to go back to our own instant replay to figure that out. So handoff up the middle, 3rd down and long. Going to ultimately be stopped. So about 47 seconds left in this game. Clock running down. About 15 left on the play clock, so they do have to at least get one more play off or take the penalty.
Yeah, it looks like they'll just take the penalty and just kind of let it wind down here. But
so timeout taken right before the game clock expires. So one last play, and this one will be in the books. Next week, what sort of action do we have next week, Tanner Glenn?
Well, I do see on Saturday the 1st at Fort Scott at 7 p.m. we're going to have the Ravens playing there. And that should be an exciting game. It'll be a conference game, correct?
Yeah,
and
that should be a very exciting game. I've heard Fort Scott is up this year. They're a much improved team. It's interesting because Independence is picked to win the league, but I see where Fort Scott, if Independence is 1A, Fort Scott is 1B. So for the Red Ravens, you start off with the number 2 team in the nation, and then you go with the preseason number 2 pick team in the conference. It's a heck of a way to start the season, but it really shows you where you're at, and hopefully can give us some momentum going forward. So here we see a punt. Yeah, exactly. Put on your big boy pants. Time to play. No punt block on that one. Gonna see it fielded and returned for a couple yards. Number 80, Eric Tolliver. And Tanner Glenn, we're going to have 1 to 2 more plays here. Carson Proctor still in at quarterback. Looks as though it might be his job going forward with how he came in and put some early points on the board.
Receiver wasn't even looking. Good pass. Excellent pass.
It's an interesting play right there.
Yeah.
Number 11 broke open. Thought they might have a chance down the field, but just some miscommunication there. 9 seconds left. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Roll out by Proctor. He's going to put this one up. 3 defenders, 1 Red Raven, and that's not going to end good. So with that, Tanner Glenn, the Red Ravens fall to 0-1 on the year. Not such a bad loss, losing to the number 2 ranked team in the country. We'll look to regroup next week going to Fort Scott. What are some of your thoughts on this game, Tanner?
Hey, basically it's just a learning experience. You know, they've got to walk away with it. I'm sure all the coaches will have lots of input to give them on that. We want to thank everybody for watching, especially Mr. Andrews' mom. Thank you for watching, ma'am.
Thank you, Mom, for watching. Thanks for everyone for watching out there. Next week we will be on the road, but stay tuned in for volleyball action. Stay tuned in for soccer action and football in a couple weeks. Thanks a lot for letting me be here, Tanner Glenn.
Yeah, thank you for calling with me.
Peace.